My first time trying Baja Blast. Baja ha ha ha.
What is that?
I'm so glad I'm recording that.
You never see.
Missing someone with all your heart. Missing someone with heart.
Welcome back to another episode of Impulsive Thoughts, and I am joined here with my co-host tonight, Mr. Donnie Rose. Say hello!
The best.
Okay, cool. And we got Daniel to my left.
Where did that energy come from? Sleeping Beauty? What the hell?
I know, Donnie doesn't have the energy. Hello, Don. How are you?
Never has energy.
Welcome back to the episodes of Impulsive Thoughts.
Man, I remember my first podcast.
How you doing, Don? It's good to have you back.
It is, Donnie. We missed you. Just being nice for the air. Oh, it's Friday.
It is, and it's been a fucking week, let me tell you.
Oh, my God. Has it ever. Emotionally, physically, spiritually. Yes.
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 Exactly.
Yes.
I got called back to work for the week.
So, I work every week.
What you do count as work?
Yes, I get paid for it, so it's work.
I mean, he's got a point there, Don.
He's been home at like 12 every day this week.
Not every day.
I mean, I don't doubt it, but when you're a manager, you kind of do that sometimes. I don't know about all the time, but sometimes.
Well, my managers don't go home during the day.
I mean, numbers speak for themselves. I'm allowed to now.
Now he's pushing it.
When you walk out of the office and the owner walks past you and says, "There's my superhero," it makes you feel good.
How many times did you blow him?
How hard was your dick when he said that?
I couldn't go to the bathroom after that without peeing in my face. It caught me off guard because you know where the office is at.
Yeah.
And I'm walking out and Jim just happens to be walking in. I'm like, "Hey, Jim, what's going on?" He goes, "There's my superhero." And I don't know if he was just like, I don't know if he just meant it just to make. Normally it's just, "Hey, Dan," or "What's happening," or "How are you?" And they caught me off guard. I'm like, "All right." I felt good. So, yes.
That's hilarious.
It was. So, we are together here Friday, April 11th,
I'm back for a week until I miss next week.
2025 in the year of our Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Next Friday.
Oh,
Do you know what next Friday is?
Good Lord.
The day
Good Friday.
before WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania Eve.
There you go. There's two things. Also, my oldest female offspring's birthday. It's Rain's birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
18th. She'll be 20 deuce.
Deuce.
Deuces. Deuce.
22 years old, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just talking to my mom. Shut the fucking dog up. That's
Dog
what
hasn't stopped since I pulled up.
I know. That's what I was just talking to my mom about. Because I was telling her I ran into Brandon's daughter.
Oh, Kaylee.
Bar.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy crap.
She's
met
21
her,
now, yeah.
I met her when she was 8.
Yeah. Right.
And Rain too. She was what?
9.
Yeah.
Kaylee was 8. Yeah.
Fuck.
I met Kaylee when she was born.
Well, duh.
But no, I saw her, where was it at? I haven't seen her in a while because, older kids do their own things. Brandon doesn't have to bring his old kids with him to parties and shit.
Right.
So I don't know if it was my aunt's funeral or somewhere else. And I'm like, man, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm like, you're like an adult now. You're not like an 8-year-old.
You're like an adult
and it
now.
was weird. And it must have been a few months ago. It was before my aunt's funeral because I remember she was excited about turning 21. And, Dad, where are you going to take me for my 21st? And blah, 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 blah. So, and now she is 21. So it's just,
It's crazy.
It's crazy, like these kids that are growing up.
Yeah. We're old. I mean, you guys are old.
I'm old.
You're older than me.
Don, you're old in spirit.
Don doesn't know how to talk into mic, so it doesn't matter.
I know.
You're older than me.
Now, if you keep it there, that'd be great.
Yes, that'd be perfect.
Either that or just use a different mic, because for some reason that's not really working out very well.
No.
Yeah.
Tom's not working out very well either.
No.
We've had months to talk about a replacement, and why haven't we?
We haven't replaced Marisol either.
It's been the Dan and Lupe show. Even though you guys
Not even that.
You guys have been gone for 6 months. We've got 3 episodes out. We've slacked. Sorry, thinkers.
We've been busy.
It's been a rough couple of months.
It really has.
Like random shit always happening when we normally record, and sicknesses and
We didn't-
deaths and vacations,
Nashville.
and babies
and
being born, and
Baby
stuff.
Dillos.
Yep.
And armadillos.
Yep.
And Donnie Dillos.
Donnie Dillo.
Whoa.
Sounds like an ice cream bar. What's that called from Dairy Queen? The Dillo, Dilly Bar.
Dilly Bar. Yeah.
Donnie Dilly Dar. Donnie Dilly Dillo.
It makes me think of what was the Bud Light commercial? Dilly Dilly.
Oh, yeah.
God.
So Nate Dilly from
Oh, yeah,
Climate,
yeah,
the one I hang out with all the time. Whenever I see him, I'm like, Dilly Dilly. And this would just, every time I see him this way, I got to say hi to him.
Stupid.
Yes, I am. Oh, gosh.
Anyway,
It's been-
thinkers, we don't have a normal episode for you today, but we have something. I mean, I wouldn't say better.
I would
But
say interesting.
I would say interesting. I'm sure if you guys are avid listeners,
Mm-hmm.
you should know.
Followers of the Facebook page.
You should know. Yeah, that too. You should know we did
April Aggravations.
April Aggravations, which we did a bracket like March Madness style of like all these annoyances and things that aggravated us and stuff like that. And I don't even remember who actually won that. Was it the Wet Sox
Racism.
or racism?
Slavery.
Oh yeah, I think it was
Was it racism?
slavery.
I don't know.
Whoa. But we're taking a little.
Fucking up your order through a fucking drive-through. That one got knocked out early, and I was pissed off. That was my favorite to win it.
If we did another one, it would be Bubba Ray Dudley.
Oh, don't remind me. You know what's funny? Just the other day, I was watching TV, and a little commercial came on about him and his podcast. I'm like, fuck you, I'm talking to my... I got pissed all over again. I'm like, this motherfucker, because I haven't seen anything about him in a while. And then all of a sudden, there he was on my TV. I'm like, turning my channel right now. You don't deserve to be on my fucking screen.
I wish I had a Dudley Boy shirt to wear today.
What about April antagonists? Nah,
Ooh.
I don't like it.
Antagonist is a good word.
It sounded better
April.
In your head?
when in my head, yeah. April what?
Assholes.
I was thinking that, but they're not all assholes. Are they?
Yeah, they're all killers.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we're doing a bracket style, another March Madness, if you will, on horror movie antagonists.
Yeah.
But they're not all antagonists either, because then there's like Final Destination. Like, what's the antagonist?
Death.
Death, but I mean,
Death, the ultimate antagonist in the whole entire world.
one that's actually real.
One that's undefeated
Well, yeah, ish.
in
Which,
real
by
world.
the way, the trailer for the new movie looked good.
I know. I can't
I
wait.
don't know if I've synced it.
Can't wait.
But, I think we're not going to give away any more that are in this because I think it'll be fun revealing it. You know, who's drawn next. We're making the bracket. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I think that'll be interesting or cool or however you want to phrase it.
Mm-hmm.
To like, you know, instead of like wondering when that name's going to be drawn. No, you're going to be surprised as we are as the names pop up.
Yeah, we're all gonna be surprised with that because we are drawing cards
Yes.
on matchups. So there's not gonna be like a number 1 seed, 2 seed, whatever, so on and so forth.
Right.
It's all gonna be random.
And if you're listening to this now, and you are a true thinker, you may have seen this already because I am going to be trying to go Facebook Live while doing this. Dun, dun,
Don't
dun.
point at me.
And it's going to be all close-up of Donnie and his reactions to the names
don't.
being drawn.
Don't point it at me.
That's what she said.
Makes sense.
So, so a few ground rules. Let's establish some things now.
Okay.
Well, I don't know about established, but let's discuss, because we've discussed through text message. So let's bring the thinkers aboard our thinking process. Originally, it was just going to be, hey, them versus each other. Here's your kill stats. Who would win in a fight? But then that kind of will be biased because people always have their favorites. And you can be like, no, I love Pennywise. There's no way he'd lose in a fight to fucking Jason or something. You know, you'd fight to the death over that. So then I had asked Lupe and the rest of the pod world, hey, what if we expanded it to, you know, like how many kills they've had and their movie franchise and money, like everything all together. So instead of just a one-on-one heads up each other versus each other in a fight, it's kind of, I think we're going to debate and argue over maybe social impact or just in general everything added together. Like it's not going to be based on just fight stats, you know, not just, hey, the leprechaun would lose in a fight to Chucky, you know, something like that. Like it's going to be random.
Although
just
if
shit.
if they got pulled together, that'd be a good match.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, they're both small.
Yeah.
But so like and I thought about it too, like, and again, I don't want to give away too much of who's in these cards, but I thought about the terrain they're fighting on. Like, are we going to say that no matter what, because who's got home field advantage? A couple of these people would not fare well outside of where they live, you know?
Yes.
They'd be at a...
Interesting. Now that you mentioned that, like, I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, so distinct disadvantage if they're not in home court advantage. Some might even die if they're not in their own home field.
This is true, too.
So...
What'd I do with the cards? Oh.
So I think, yeah, you know, also scary factor. I think just everything in general. That's what I'm trying to let you guys know, that we're not limiting it to just, we're going to let our minds go wild and talk about, I think, everything with these people. And I think this first episode, delving into this, is going to be setting the brackets and maybe a basis of saying who everybody is. If people don't know, if we pull a name, who's that? And here's the basic stats. And then as we draw the brackets, I think week by week we'll go over the breakdowns, and that's when we'll have our arguments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that we can draw this out a few weeks and hopefully get more interest. And we're hoping you guys, you know, interact with us. Give us your thoughts on Facebook. You know, call into the hotline. Let us know what you're thinking.
We have a hotline? Don, what's that number?
1-800-IMPULSE my thoughts.
I was trying to think.
I know you were. I
know. I can see.
I've seen the hamster wheel running.
It's not there tonight.
No. And this, like, man, Lupe and I have talked that we felt a little uninspired lately, and then even on the way over here, I was thinking about it, and I'm more hype right now than I've been in a while about an episode and what we're gonna do with this, because I know you guys know I'm fucking one of the hugest horror fans out there. And cannot wait to just discuss all these horror people and icons and villains and slashers and killers and antagonists and partridge in a pear tree.
That's why I'm not as hyped, because this is not my wheelhouse.
Really?
I feel like I have not a lot to contribute.
But every time we talk about horror stuff, you know a lot about Art to Clown, obviously, and I'm sure you've watched horror movies. Whether you're excited or not, I feel all three of us, again, have probably our favorites that we know more about than anyone else, but at least you should have a little bit of basic knowledge on most of these guys, I would think, Donnie, and girls. Guys and girls. I think there's a few females in there, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I didn't make the card.
Well, I think so.
So what you're saying, Donnie, is if when you go back to work we record, you won't be missed, is what you're saying. You won't care, because you'll be like, meh. Whatever.
Well, I'm already missing next week since I'll be out of town.
Yes, but you're gonna be out of town for. We're gonna send the mics with Donnie for live from Wrestlemania in Vegas.
Yeah, so he can go interview Bubba Ray Dudley again. Again.
Hey, Bubba, you remember that one asshole that
That World of Wheels in Chicago
started interrupting and bothering you while
when you were
doing
counting
something?
money?
Ask the stupid question of who's your favorite person that you 3D'd.
Fuck off, Donnie. Go back to Minnesota. So,
I remember that jackass. That's probably what he would say.
Did I give a good rundown, do you think? Is there more that you want to discuss? I kind of stole your thunder when you were speaking.
I think you got it all. I can't think of anything else. Don?
we're going to put brackets on Facebook too, obviously for your guys' input. So we haven't fully decided if who you guys pick is the official winner, or if we're going to add that to our debate. Like, hey, I think Chucky would lose to the Leprechaun, but the thinkers on Facebook say the Leprechaun would win. Like, that might play into it, who we move on, or are we just going to go let the thinkers decide for us? How are we going to do that?
I feel like if we let the thinkers decide for us, it'd be good.
Okay.
Here's the problem.
We need interaction.
We need interaction. So we have Jesse
Well, when we did
and Jesse.
when we did these brackets 2 years ago, we had more interaction than anything, and I don't think they were all people that listened. They just wanted to go and vote just to have their voice.
This is true, too.
But that's why I'm hoping it draws people to listen so that you hear our arguments for and against these people. Because that's my plan is we're going to discuss maybe a few. I guess we have to discuss a few of the brackets so you hear our arguments before you vote, not just, I like Jason, he wins this round. Like who?
That's literally what my argument would be.
It's just stupid. So
Yep. Well, yeah, okay. Well, we'll get into it when we start drawing cards.
yes, because the matchups could also change the argument.
This is, yeah.
Like you
true,
might
too.
love Jason 100%, but you think for some reason the Leprechaun might crawl up his pants, cut his dick off, and he'll win. So who knows?
Don, expand your thoughts of why you think Art the Clown would win. Because I do.
Sounds like a typical argument from Don.
Don. This is what Lupe was saying. We don't want just, I like Jason, he wins. I like Art, he wins too. Bracket's over. We want interaction. We want thoughts, impulsive thoughts that come to you right at the moment. See how I did there? See what I did there?
Free plug to our own show.
That's usually the contribution I make, just the impulsive
Yeah.
comments instead of actually contributing other good things.
True. I was talking to Q, and he's like, how long have you guys been planning this? I'm like, well, I think March 26th started talking about, because I told him, I said, hey, I texted him out of nowhere. I said, hey, whatever you're doing tonight, drop your plans, leave Batavia, get to Cherville by 6. You're going to want to be in. Well, what are you guys doing? And I told him, he's like, fucker, why didn't you tell me sooner? He's like, Draven's got to track me, and I can't miss that. Well, don't do it tonight. I want to record with you guys. I have a lot of thoughts on these guys. I'm like, well, we're going to make this last a few weeks. I go, maybe a round or two in. If you're free on a Friday, you can come out and join us.
Sure, that's who can replace me next week.
So he's like, whatever. So he's like, just keep me informed. I'm like, all right.
So should we start drawing, or
What do you want to talk about?
So
BT Dubs at the end of the episode. Are we making predictions for next weekend?
nope? Because
we won't have time. It's gonna be a long ass episode already, I think.
okay, I guess she found it on the web.
So
It's for football predictions.
Yeah. Well, not a lot of, because I think the whole episode is gonna be a lot of chit chat here and there. So we don't really gotta air quote bullshit anymore. We can just get straight to it. Let me pull up the old Facebook phone. See if I can go live. Oh, I can. Trust me. Ooh, that's my favorite right there. He's my favorite to win it all. But it's funny. So everyone knows he's my favorite. I have him tattooed on my body. Blah 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 blah. But I was giving some serious thought the last week and a half. Like, would he actually win in the bracket with all these other people that are in there? You know, depending on the matchup, he could be at a disadvantage.
Yeah. Yeah. I can do TikTok live, but that's not on the Impulsive Thoughts TikTok. It's on my personal. We don't have enough followers on our personal or on Impulsive Thoughts. Is there a Snapchat live? Because that'd be pretty cool.
There's a TikTok live.
Didn't I just go over that?
What? Did you? I thought you said you couldn't do Instagram live.
He wasn't listening to you.
Did I say Instagram live?
You did say Instagram.
No, he didn't. He
Luke.
definitely was talking about TikTok.
I heard Instagram. We'll check
That's
the
why you
recording.
weren't listening.
We'll check the recording. Donnie, when I do this Facebook Live, can I tag you in it or no? Okay. So Lupe, should I tag Marisol even though she's not here?
Sure.
I got.
She might have some input.
So yeah, I guess it's gonna be from me. Let's see. No one's joining us yet.
I don't think anybody's gonna join us, bro.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's do. I'm wearing my Jason mask. Everyone who knows.
You don't have a Jason mask on.
Whatever, my hoodie that has a mask on it. Oh, Jamie is watching. Say hi to one of our people that listens and watches.
What's up, Grandma Yam?
So, nerd, she said. That's great. Way to be nice and supportive.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So, you want to spread out the cards? Let's choose. We have the brackets right here. Dun, dun, dun.
That's hilarious.
Dun, dun, dun. So, what
I'm
up,
gonna do a
Johnny?
I'm gonna do a quick shuffle.
John Hine. How's the neighborhood? Oh, this is live and exciting. We are shuffling. For
32
those,
different antagonists.
yes, for those tuning in live, we are gonna do a bracket based on horror icons, horror antagonists, horror murderers, slayers, slashers, you name it. And we're gonna do the drawing live on Facebook.
So how you want to do it? You want me to?
Just spread them out right
Oh,
there.
you just want to spread them out?
Yeah.
You don't want to just be like pa pa.
No. That way I can choose one. You pick one. That's why it's totally random.
Okay.
100%
I'll put this
random.
back up here.
Yes. Lupe shuffling the cards sounded like he farted.
Nice. Who said that? Jamie.
Jamie.
Figures. Fucking figures.
So with the first pick, Lupe, who's going to be the first pick? Dun, dun, dun. We have
Annie Wilkes.
Annie Wilkes.
From Misery.
From Misery. Ooh. She will be squaring off against... Dun, 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 dun. I almost fell. The Candyman. Ooh. And my handwriting is horrible. This will be cleaned up later. Donnie chooses Annabelle. Ooh.
Oh God.
I'm going to stop making noises. Don't worry. That's going to get annoying.
Gonna get?
If it isn't already. And
Against.
Dracula.
Okay.
Okay. And then we have the next. Let's go with Chucky. Ooh. Who will Chucky be going against, Donnie?
The Armitage family.
The Armitage family from Get Out. So, Armitage family. Yeah, I gotta write this. I gotta make this bigger. Lupe next.
Art the Clown.
Art the Clown. Who will he be squaring off against?
He wins because I like him.
He will be going against. Watch him going against Jason right away or Michael
That'd be crazy.
in the first round. Would be horrible.
Leatherface.
Kevin Wendell Crumb from Split. Ooh. I'm just gonna write Split down here to save room.
That'd actually kind of be interesting.
That will be interesting. Hannibal Lecter on the Queen of Clubs. Interesting choice of cards.
I just started writing.
I know. He will be facing off against
George Lutz.
George Lutz from the Amityville Horror.
Now that's an interesting matchup because
It is.
when George Lutz gets away from the house, he's a normal person,
Mm-hmm.
and Hannibal Lecter is a normal person, ish.
Let's go with the Children of the Corn. Ooh. Nick, we are choosing brackets to discuss who would win in fights and stuff.
Jamie's probably like,
Fights and stuff.
Live Facebook from him. I'll bet you.
Nicolas, or Donald.
Zombies from any zombie movie.
Zombie.
From any zombie movie.
Any zombie movie.
I didn't know who to choose, like, because there's so many different types of zombies. There's,
Right.
huh?
That sounds like it'd be one of those parody movies.
Oh yeah, like not another teen movie or scary movie. I mean, So I didn't know who to. Well, anyway, let me choose really quick before I explain why I put any zombie movie. The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers.
The Creeper.
So I chose any zombie movie because we can actually go into an argument like there's 28 Days Later, there's George A. Romero's whatever the fuck that movie's called.
Gremlins.
But yeah, so I don't know. We can kind of go into that more. Go ahead, Don.
Donald.
Is this a new one or who's going up against Gremlins?
This is a new one.
Regan McNeil, The Exorcist.
Wait. That's going against Gremlins.
No, Gremlins is going against Creeper.
I thought Creeper was going against zombies.
No, zombies are going against Children of the Corn.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You're okay, bracket man.
Yep. Regan McNeil. I'm just going to write Exorcist here until I can clean it up later.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa, Lupe. Gizmo Caca.
Yeah, what?
Gizmo Caca.
Oh.
That's what Nick wrote for Gremlins.
We got Samara Morgan
Ooh,
from The Ring.
Samara Morgan.
That's an
The
interesting
Ring.
one, too. I was doing research on her.
Yeah, she's, if you go into the history in her and all yeah, now we're going to the other side. That means Jason and Michael are going to be on the same side.
Ooh.
And Pennywise is still left.
Shit.
Freddy Krueger. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's another heavy hitter.
Heavy hitter.
It's like a number 1 through 5
Heavy.
seed right now, even though we're not doing seeds.
Ooh. Xenomorphs.
That's interesting.
Xenomorphs from the Alien movies. All right, Lupe, who's next?
We got Jigsaw.
Jigsaw. Wow. This is probably not translating well over recording, but good over Facebook Live.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Jordan Turney of Villains Monsters. You're correct. Ooh, Leatherface is going against Jigsaw.
That could be interesting.
Don?
Pinhead.
Ooh.
See, I was going to say, when you first put Jigsaw in, I was going to ask if it should be Jigsaw or the guy.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, I guess it would be kind of the same thing because, well, I mean, yeah. Yeah. My who's going against?
The franchise. Pinhead is going against
Jason.
Sorry. There's my pick to click.
I don't even know if I have like a specific person that I would like to win.
Well, he's just my favorite. Whether he wins or not, it's another story. Because again,
Like, I'm a huge Jason fan as well, but then there's Michael.
Damien from The Omen.
Thorne from The Omen. That one, I did some research on him too. I didn't finish because
Gozer, he better be in here.
There it is.
Michael Myers
Ooh.
will be facing off against Damien's gone.
What? What was that last comment?
He said, Jordan, he said, Gozer better be in there. Gozer
Oh.
from Ghostbusters.
Is that on me?
Yes, you.
Should have put the Marshmallow Puff State.
The
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Fuck his name is.
State
Stay
Puft
Puft
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
The Marshmallow State Puff Man.
The Leprechaun will be facing off against...
Chucky.
We still haven't got
Come
Chucky
on,
yet.
Chucky.
Come on, Chucky. Let's go, Chucky.
No whammies.
Poltergeist.
Okay.
Oh, we do have Chucky already.
Aw.
You're right. Whatever. There's a lot of names in here. All right, Donnie. Pennywise.
Now that's another thing too. Like we can choose which Pennywise we.
You should add it on the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pennywise will be facing off against...
Norman Bates.
Ooh. That's interesting.
I
Because...
think that's an easy win for Pennywise.
I think so also, but if we're not just basing it only on a fight against each other, we're missing a card, Lupe. There's 4 spots left, 3 cards.
Continue.
Ghostface from Scream.
Does one just get a bye?
No, we don't have a buy. Oh, here it is. from The Shining.
Dun, dun, dun. So that means
The last two we got Jaws.
Jaws.
What was the damn shark's name? Was it Bruce?
Bruno.
Bruno.
Bruce. It was Bruce the shark. That's why they named him that in Finding Nemo.
Oh, okay. Never knew that.
Jaws had a name.
Death from Final Destination. Yeah, the robot they made.
Don's face is a little indifferent there
There
with that matchup.
is the brackets. This will be cleaned up and it'll look better. This was just quick writing while we did this live. Pictures will be posted on the pod page on Facebook, Instagram, Tinder, findafarmer.com, all that good stuff. But once again, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone that tuned in live. Look forward to the episode coming out Monday night, Tuesday morning. Check it out.
Don't believe everything you think.
Punched a shark in the face, game over. There's some interesting ones here. Depending where they fight, what if they're on land? Shark dies instantly, so.
That's also not a physical body.
What?
Yeah, you're right with that.
Yes, so. Excellent. See y'all later. Finish. So, change in live video storage. I feel like my nose is
One of my
whistling.
friends just sent me a thing, attachment on Facebook. It says now hiring doorman. I was like, "Are you telling me I need?"
Oh yes. So, everyone. Whoa, I don't want that. Do you want to discuss some of these matchups real quickly?
Sure.
And then we can
Start
get
with the Eastern Conference.
Eastern. Okay. We have Annie Wilkes from Misery versus Candyman. Initial thoughts.
Initial thoughts. Okay. So, Annie Wilkes can be killed. She's
Yes.
immortal.
Yes.
Where Candyman is not.
Right.
So that's a huge, like you're tipping the scales in Candyman's land there.
Right. However, I also think Candyman would win in a fight straight up. Also, though,
Are you being sexist right now?
no, because you're right. He's whatever he is, where she's just a human who's crazy.
Right.
But if you want to go into if there's no mirror, anyone summoning Candyman
Oh yes.
can't even be there. Just don't ever
that's
call
true,
him, and
too.
he's never there.
True. Yeah, but isn't I'm trying to remember the movie. Bees played a factor in this too, or
He was
that
killed.
just
He was
when
murdered with bees, so that's why.
that was just when he was summoned that the bees come out.
Yeah, I think they showed. I haven't watched the movie in so
It's
long, so
been
it
so
scares the
long.
shit out of me. So,
Yeah.
but also I want to say Annie Wilkes though. You want to go in. Not literacy, but in culture. In what's what I'm looking for? Cultural, where it affects the culture. Relevancy.
The island of relevancy.
No, can't hear you down. You're not near the mic. Annie Wilkes. How many people? Again, now it goes by age too. How many people a little bit older watch Misery? And I'm sorry, that scene where she breaks his ankles.
Oh, I
can't
knew
even
that
watch
was going to get brought up.
Can't even watch that. Candyman, yes, scares the shit out of me. But is Candyman kind of piggybacking off of Bloody Mary and those other mirror stories? So there's a little bit of an argument with me there. But let's move on because we're not going to discuss all these in depth yet.
I don't know if I've seen Candyman. No, I haven't seen Misery.
Really?
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
This is
Both
Stephen
really
King.
good movies. Yeah, Stephen King.
And actually, if you want to go one step further, most recently, American Horror Story, they had a spin-off. You know, they have American Horror Story series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They did a whole Misery spin-off on Annie Wilkes on her origin story. There's a whole series, like 8-10 episode series on her that was made by the people that did American Horror Story. So that's pretty cool. It's called Nurse Ratched. That's based on
Nurse
Wills.
Ratched.
Yep.
So, to kind of like, okay, so I told you I have this website that I go
Yes.
to see like different things
Stats.
on these antagonists and everything like that. And so she's already had a notable matchup
Oh, really?
against Pamela Voorhees.
Really?
Yes,
How?
and she lost. I don't know. This must be a fandom thing.
Oh.
So fan fiction or whatever. So it says she lost against Pamela Voorhees. Both had a knife and an axe, and speed was equalized. So that's really all I got from that. But so that's just a thought too, just to kind of throw that out there.
That's interesting. It is interesting. So again, so we don't delve too far into this right now, we have Annabelle versus Dracula. I think it's just all versions of Dracula, just Dracula in general.
Yeah.
So my initial thoughts go to Dracula.
Yeah, that's a tough one because Annabelle has like mind manipulation too, though.
Yep. And Dracula can't fight during the day.
Yeah.
So if you catch him sleeping during the day in his coffin, he's got a weakness.
But I feel like, I mean, when I watched Annabelle, like any kind of like murder scenes or anything like that was at night,
Okay.
right?
She's a haunted
Haunted doll.
doll.
Yeah. Which was based on a true story, I guess.
Yes.
Based on a true doll.
Right. It's an actual Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah. Creepy.
It's, I think it looks kind of creepy as it is.
Which it's in some type of museum somewhere. I think.
Yeah.
It was in what's her name? The people from the Annabelle movie. They're real people. They also they went to the Amityville Horror. They do all these things. But I think Zach Bagans has it in his haunted
Of course
museum.
he has it.
In Vegas, I think he has it.
No, I'm not going to go see it.
Here, something's wrong with you. Chucky versus the Armitage family. The Armitage family is from Get Out.
Okay, so I'm going to say the Armitage family, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
There's
Side note, this says the real Annabelle doll is housed in the now closed occult museum of Ed and Lorraine Warren.
That's their
Lorraine
name.
Warren.
Ed and Lorraine Warren. That's their name.
So I vote Armitage family because there's multiple,
Okay.
and Chucky's just a doll. But it's a possessed doll that can't really be killed.
Right.
And they've shot it, they've stabbed it, they've cooked it.
He got married.
And I've only seen Get Out once, but aren't they just people?
Yes, they are just people.
They possess you also. They take over your body. And they're, again, if we're not going just fighting, I believe Chucky's had more relevance with multiple movies over Get Out. Get Out was great. It's probably one of the, without giving away spoilers who haven't seen it yet, it's got one of those surprise shock twists
Yeah.
that is fucking great. But is Chucky more people have heard of Chucky? When you say the Armitage family, you got to explain, it's the guys from the Get Out movie.
But another thing too, like if you want to go further, Chucky after the first 3 kind of turned into a comedy.
True.
Granted, yes, there was still murder in it, and he was still killing people, but, I mean, he got married. He had a kid. And then he had a facelift in a new series.
I haven't even watched the new series at all.
Neither did I, but I just seen the facelift that he got, and I'm like, what is that? That's not Chucky at all.
Yeah. And then the next one, we have Art the Clown versus Split. Donnie, you're not even going to talk because we already know who you're going to choose, even though you have nothing to back it up.
I'm the one that said this would be an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Because I've seen both movies.
Mm-hmm.
And your suggestion was
The guy from Split.
the guy from Split.
What's his name again?
Yeah.
I forgot his name already.
Something crumb.
Wait, it's
Yes,
written down.
Crumb. No, I just wrote Split.
Oh,
To save room. Yes. Your ideas, Donnie.
Yeah, I don't know. Because they're both like supernatural.
yes.
That's what I was going to say. So, if you go with his beast mode, when he's the beast and he's super fucking climbing the walls and scary and shit, he's formidable. But if you go with his I'm scared a little boy, like he has the multiple personalities. So that's his weakness depending on what personality comes out. And Art the Clown seems to be fucking unkillable too, though.
I don't remember exactly, but I think it's his beast mode or whatever comes out when he's
Threatened. Yeah. It's interesting. That's going to take some discussing.
But you also have to think that Art the Clown has protection from that little girl. That's
Oh, yeah,
dressed
from
just like him too.
Yeah, from the second movie. And I haven't seen the third one yet to know anything else that goes on in
I
there.
haven't seen the third one either.
Yeah, me either. You gotta fucking rent it.
Really?
Yeah, it's on like, what is it on? It's on.
Oh, no, I can watch it on my Superbox.
Oh yeah,
It's on there. I just haven't
oh yeah,
watched
I
it
think
yet.
I have it on. Then I
Super
I probably have it on my Fire Stick too. Then
You come over and watch it one time. Fuck it. When the girls go to bed. Me and Jamie have to watch it still, so.
Well, stop getting smart ideas. So
And then another thing too is Articlon is immortal.
Yes. And I can't even write. Oh, there, I can read it. Hannibal Lecter versus George Lutz.
This one's like I said. This
Oof.
one is a different. Like this is a good matchup.
George Lutz again.
George
from
Lutz from
Amityville Horror.
Oh, that's
So
Now is this Ryan Reynolds, George Lutz?
I'd just bend over for him then. I mean, wait a minute, sorry. George Lutz, just George Lutz. So my initial thoughts, I was thinking about this all week long, no matter who Hannibal went against. I'm like, he's Hannibal, he's whatever, he's, not an old guy, but he's nothing supernatural about him, but his fucking intellect and the way
He's
he
a
gets,
genius.
He made the guy kill himself in the cell next to him,
Right.
so
that's what I was gonna say. His intellect.
yeah, it puts him at a different kind of advantage.
Yeah.
So that would be a good matchup. It's going to take a lot of talking in that one because George Lutz, he went crazy, and it's kind of hard to kill crazy sometimes too,
Yeah.
So
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember if I've ever actually watched Amityville Horror.
Mm-hmm.
But is George Lutz just a person, or is he?
he's just a person. Again, there's another thing
I
going
know
to
the house is cursed.
right. That's what they go into social relevance and stuff. There's been so many different Amityville movies made.
So in the movie, the house basically takes him over.
Yes. He goes crazy in the house, and it makes him kill his family. Well, the movie is obviously because it's based on a true story too. A guy really did kill his whole family in there, and then whatever. But the basis of it is that the house made him go crazy. The walls dripped blood, and similar to the stuff in The Shining, and he went crazy. And again, like I said, there's been so many movies and spin-offs. A lot of it is based on the house being cursed, but some of those movies go as fact as he's a little supernatural and kills everybody and disappears. It's one of those things that got crazy the more iterations came out of it.
So that's another thing too. Like you have to take into a factor. If he is not in the house, he's just a regular human being.
Right. Because when they drove away from the house, the best one, the original one's pretty badass too. But the one with Ryan Reynolds is my favorite.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes into play. Well, I think the biggest example is Jaws.
Right.
Of where this takes place.
Right. So then we'll go,
Because if it takes place other than water, I think the shark's kind of fucked.
Well, yeah, he's dead. And then you go, listen, Children of the Corn versus zombies.
Unless it's like the sharks from Will Ferrell's story, and or was that no? That was just fish.
Saturday Night Live, land sharks.
Land sharks.
Land shark. So Children of the Corn versus zombies.
This is where I'm at a loss because I don't think I've ever seen Children of the Corn.
I don't think I have either.
I also have not.
I feel they are just a group of kids that are scary, and I believe their leader's name is Malachi, what I do know about it. I don't know if they're possessed or if it's just like a cult of kids that kill people in corn. Zombies, on the other hand, I feel are pretty dangerous.
The thing with the zombies, though, is I feel like you have to pick a certain type, because if you say any movie, the zombies in a bunch of movies are totally different than others.
Right. Like Walking Dead zombies are dangerous but slow moving and you can kill them. World War Z zombies, fuck them.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck
and then
them.
even 28 Days Later.
Yes. 28 Days Later.
Zombies from
40 Days of Night. Those ones are fucking scary as shit too.
I'm thinking of
Will I Am. I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. But were they really zombies or were they just night walkers? Because he was curing that one.
Right. Well, a lot of these movies say there is a cure for zombieism. It's just a matter of finding the cure. So I like the idea of any zombie in general, because that's where they kind of have an advantage where, depending on which zombie you're going against, terrain might not matter. World War Z zombies can cover everything. They made a pyramid of themselves to climb a building. Walking Dead zombies are stopped by a fence, you know?
Right.
So
yeah. And smell of other zombies because I
yeah,
don't remember.
yeah, they
what
covered
was it?
themselves in blood.
Glenn and I don't remember. It was. I know for sure it was Glenn. They covered themselves in zombie
Shit,
blood.
in the
gut-
pilot, I think, or
guts.
the second episode alone, when they were still
Oh,
getting
yeah.
out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one too. Children of the Corn. Again, we have to do a little bit more research. That's where that'll come in handy. We
By
have
research, he means he's going to go home and watch the movie.
yeah.
That's perfect research.
Yep. We have The Creeper versus Gremlins.
Okay.
So that's a tough one too.
So the Creeper only comes out every 28 years, I believe. I'm trying to remember.
I know he was
that.
due to come out last year, I think. If you follow the timeline.
Follow the timeline, Don. I
And
don't know why I have to
Gremlins
ruin it.
and Gremlins only become Gremlins if you get them wet after midnight.
Yeah.
Or feed them
Or
after
feed 'em
midnight.
after
Feed them after
midnight,
midnight.
yeah.
They multiply if you get
They
them wet.
multiply if you get them wet. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Magwai.
she does. I mean, what?
Otherwise, they're just Magwai.
That's another thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Their weakness is bright lights.
Yep. Yep. So they'd be
But
in
in
a
the
good match versus Dracula.
But yeah, but in the yeah, you're right. But in the second movie, they had some kind of like sunblock, so they were able to walk during the night or during the day. I mean, I don't remember the second movie too much.
I think I watched the second one once, and it was more like comedy, funny, stupid. I'm like, nope, the original one's the only good one.
And that's also what happened with the Jeepers Creepers movies.
They got crazy, stupid.
Oh, I'm sorry. Every 23rd spring, he emerges for 23 days to hunt.
I don't think it's like they got crazy stupid as much as just as it looked bad.
Really? So that's
These
another
are
tough one. That's gonna be a good
80s movies, man. 80s movies were the best.
one. Yeah, that's gonna be another good one. And then now we have Regan McNeil from The Exorcist versus Samara.
That's a good one.
Samara Morgan from The Ring. So I'm gonna start with this one. The Ring, again, I only know a little bit of the backstory, but again, if you go into Japanese culture, she's fucking demon possessed, whatever, immortal, blah 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 blah. Regan is possessed by a demon, so her weakness is she's got a human body, but she's a demon inside. She can be banished by a priest, I guess. Also, listen to this fun fucking fact I just heard. Morbid just did an episode on the people that the actual Exorcist movie was based on. An actual father did an Exorcist on a boy. It was a boy, actually. And they took his diary and turned it into the movie. The boy that the exorcism was performed on went on and later in life became a NASA scientist. So when the demon was expelled from his body, he went on to go to school, blah, 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 became a NASA scientist. Fucking crazy.
So you're saying all I have to do to be successful is get possessed?
Yes.
Well, Don, I think you're pretty successful, especially with the job you have now. So, but we won't go into that.
Oh.
That's a tough one. Now, Samara Morgan though, she can only be summoned if Regan watched the tape.
True. So another
So it's
interesting.
an automatic win. She doesn't watch the tape.
Well, yeah, doesn't watch the tape. That's like we said earlier. You don't say Candyman's name in the mirror. You don't call him. That's why I said we can't just do just fighting styles. It's got to be like social importance and relevancy and impact they've had on the economy. Then we go to the other side now. So from that whole side, real quick, if you were to pick a favorite on that side to make to the finals, I might have to say Art the Clown. Or Zombies, actually. Ooh. Dracula? I don't know. Fuck.
I'm gonna have to say Art the Clown.
I think that would be what I would say too.
Yeah, Mike.
I think that would be what I would say too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. All
I
right.
don't know what happened because I used to be able to hold it away and it'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the other side, we have Freddy versus the Xenomorph, which is the aliens from the Alien movies. Whoa. What was that?
Just trying to talk.
Hi.
Oh.
It's funny, I could hear his chips crunching, but couldn't hear him
Yeah.
talking. That was weird. So, initially, fighting style, I would go with Xenomorphs, but I think if we're taking everything into effect, and then I guess with the thinkers voting online, I think Freddy's going to win that one because everybody knows Freddy, and then everyone has to sleep eventually. So Freddy, there's no way of saying you can avoid Freddy.
Oh, did I?
If you don't sleep, you die. So either you
assuming xenomorphs sleep, they're not humans.
They're aliens.
True.
I didn't do Xenomorphs.
They sleep because there's times in the movies where they're trying to sneak past them. Oh no, that's the eggs before they hatch. So
Yeah, that's an interesting matchup too because they would have to sleep, or just like in Freddy vs. Jason, they grabbed Freddy and woke up.
Oh, and
brought him into the human world.
So fighting style might be pretty even, but then also I was going to say just the social relevancy of Freddy, but everyone knows the aliens from the Alien movies, so it's not like they're just some one-hit wonder. There's been so many Alien movies,
and they continue to come out with them,
and they're good usually too. It's not like just a shit movie; they're pretty good. So
yeah.
That's a tough one. Oh, now we have Jigsaw versus Leatherface. I'm saying Leatherface off the bat. He's a big bad motherfucker.
Jigsaw and Leatherface. I'm gonna have to say Leatherface too, only because he has the advantage with a fucking chainsaw.
But if Jigsaw traps him in one of his fucking games,
True.
Leatherface doesn't seem like he's very smart. Jigsaw, again, like we go with Hannibal.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We go with Hannibal with the brain. I think Jigsaw, throw whatever you want to call it, the clown, the little puppet or the guy behind the puppet. Just either way, Jigsaw in general, the movie, the brain plays a part there. You could trap him somewhere where Leatherface is fucking dead.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
But at the same time, Jigsaw never trapped anybody where they would die.
Yeah, they had to choose.
They had a chance to live.
Right. They would be severely injured and deformed, but they could live. And they had to face their own demons, basically.
Right.
Like the drug addict, they crawl through the fucking needles.
That was rough.
Yep. So, what would Jigsaw make Leatherface crawl through some chainsaws? And I have a soft spot for Leatherface because he's one of my favorite serial killers. Inspired him, Ed Gein.
Oh, yeah.
So, Donnie, thoughts?
It seems like this would be one where Leatherface would easily get the win.
Right. I think so. Again, if we're doing just straight up fight, but if you throw in the brain to it, you throw in the people voting, you throw in the social relevance. There's been a lot of freaking Jigsaw movies too, but there's been a lot of Leatherface. Leatherface is on the Mount Rushmore for me, And here's the problem I have. If I'm looking at the bracket, we have Jason, Michael Myers, Freddy, and Leatherface all in the same bracket of 8. So only one of them can make it to the final four.
That's crazy. I mean, I actually like the way that came out because that's going to cause a lot of arguments there.
Right, early. Yep. Speaking of which, like I said, the next matchup, Pinhead versus Jason. So this one, as much as I say I love Jason, Pinhead provides a fucking hard matchup because he's, again, a demon from the other side or whatever his actual title, what he actually is.
I don't think I've ever seen any of his movies.
I don't think I have either, but from what I've read, I think Jason would still win because Jason seems to be immortal and comes back to life no matter what. And Pinhead, just reading the synopsis of Hellraiser movies, is like...
So Pinhead's a demon.
And he's like a master of sadomasochism and loves bondage. So he just seems like a sex freak that's a demon.
What you're saying is if Jason hurts him, he'd just like it.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, do it more.
Choke me, daddy.
Yeah.
I made myself uncomfortable saying that.
Oh, man. So that's going to be an interesting one. Any other thoughts before I move to the next
Now, Jason, can you add his mom? Because the original Friday the 13th, it was his mom doing the killing.
Right, but we didn't say Friday the 13th. We said Jason.
Which is the Friday the 13th series,
right.
though.
So if you...
But you're picking the character, not the movie.
Okay, fine.
But you're throwing the franchise in there, so yeah, the whole little... I guess if you want to throw in the little spoiler alert, oh my god, it's his mom in the first one. It's not even him. Jason came from the second movie, Yeah, so again, I have a soft spot for Jason. I mean, I don't give a fuck if I looked at all the stats and Pinhead would win. Like everyone says it, I'm still picking Jason over Pinhead.
We might have to let the thinkers choose that one.
I'm picking Bubba Ray Dudley over Jason.
So the very next matchup, the winner of this would go against the winner of Jason and Pinhead, is Damien from The Omen versus Michael Myers. So initially, everyone's like, "Oh, fuck it, Damien's gonna lose. Damien's gonna lose." Michael Myers. But if you think of who Damien is, he's supposed to be the son of the devil. So that's a tough fight. I mean, Michael Myers again is on the Mount Rushmore to me. If we didn't do any research at all, and it was just like who would win in a fight and all the monsters, my final two would be Jason versus Michael Myers. You know.
Yeah.
But when again we're trying to break this down and not be biased. Damien being the son of the devil, I still think it's a slaughter for him, for Michael Myers. But if I want to have some content.
So was Damien, he wasn't immortal, was he?
I don't think so. He was just a human. He was what's it called, the second coming of the devil. He was born. I haven't watched The Omen in so long.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen The Omen.
But if what I'm saying is right and he's the son of the devil, then he should be some kind of immortal, right?
He is the son of the devil.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that'd be a good matchup though too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since
He also has apocalyptic powers.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I would assume the son of the devil has that.
Right. He's supposed to bring the end of the world. That's the point. That's the whole synopsis of him being born, brings the end of the world.
And you said he's going against Michael?
Yeah.
We also have to think too, like if he can summon apocalyptic powers.
Forces.
Is that what you said? Forces, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Powers, yeah.
Michael has been burned alive.
Yep.
He's been shot multiple times.
Yep. He's been everything.
Yeah.
Same with Jason.
His kill count is... Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking of Jason, I think. I don't know if it was Jason or Michael, but their kill count's like 160-something people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a tough one.
That might be another one. We might have to the thinkers argue that one out.
As much of a fan of Michael Myers as I am, I would pick Damien.
Really? Ooh, upset alert.
Yeah, right?
Next.
Can't get past having the devil's powers.
True. But does he have the devil's powers or just the devil in his corner? Like, hey, son, I got you.
I mean, if he has apocalyptic powers.
True. We have the Leprechaun versus Poltergeist.
So do we...
Weird one.
In Poltergeist, do we actually see Poltergeist? Or is it just an entity?
Have you ever seen Poltergeist?
It's been a long time.
So towards the end of the movie, in the original, you'll see like ghost-like creatures and things forming in the TV, and then they make the clown come to life in the closet. They make the tree come to life, try to kill the kid. They're, we're buried. You didn't move. You moved the headstones, but you didn't move the bodies.
So you kind of see them, but it's
Right.
more of an entity.
So it's
that
more of an
controls
entity.
other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably pick Poltergeist over Leprechaun.
Yeah, I'm gonna almost have to agree with you. Just for the mere fact that, like just in general, Leprechaun as well turned into a comedy.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah, it turned into a comedy. Leprechaun in the Hood was still fucking good, but it was more funny than scary.
Right. And Poltergeist just, yeah, they're
Whenever I hear
iconic.
that name, I just think of that viral video of
Yeah,
It was a leprechaun.
getting interviewed about
Yep.
a leprechaun.
And they had the picture of it.
Yeah.
The image they drew. Next, this is an interesting one. Pennywise versus Norman Bates.
yeah.
Easily pick Pennywise.
I think so too initially, but social relevance. Everyone knows about Psycho. Nobody wants to stay in a Bates Motel. He is just a man. He's not got enough special powers at all. You're right.
You're also talking about one of the most beloved characters.
Norman Bates, yeah, you're right.
No.
Beloved by who?
But
You have a lot of people that are just afraid of clowns in general and don't even like him.
that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
The consensus is people are afraid of clowns.
Yeah. Here's the thing, too. I know, like you had mentioned earlier, we're doing the character, not the movie. But at its roots, Pennywise is kind of like a ghost poltergeist demon, too. He just chooses the image of the clown. Because when they do find his lair, he becomes a spider. He does all this other shit. When
I thought it was a cockroach, but
when he taunts them in their house, he becomes the girl's dad and beats her. You know what I mean? Like,
So yeah, yeah. You're right. Because after many years later, when I rewatched the original, I'm like, well, what is this? Like, and then I figured it out. Like, oh, well,
He's their fears.
their fears.
So yeah, it's interesting.
You'd also have to take in account, again, isn't Norman Bates just a typical person also?
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He has no special powers at all. He just sneaks up on you and murders you while you're showering. So,
I don't think Pennywise takes too many showers.
but he lives in a sewer.
Have you seen those teeth?
Right. Oh God. Next, we have Ghostface from the Scream movies versus.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ghostface Killer from Wu-Tang.
Yeah, that too. He's part of it. He's Ghostface, so all Ghostfaces in general. Versus, I just wrote The Shining. I forgot what his real name
In
is.
that case, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with, so...
Jack, isn't it? Yeah, Jack Torrance from The Shining.
From The Shining. Now, Jack Torrance from The Shining, he was possessed. He got possessed too.
I have never seen the original. I've never seen Shining, period.
So
I
good.
haven't seen the original.
I quote it all the time, and I've just never seen it.
It's a good movie.
So
And-
good movie.
And Jack Nicholson.
The movie that they most recently came out with was also not terrible.
Really? I haven't seen it. Ready?
Oh, what the fuck was it
It's
called?
like, I can't remember what it was called, but it's like his son.
Yeah.
grown
Have you
up.
seen Ready Player One?
Yes, I love that.
They reference The Shining a shit ton in there too.
I've been waiting for a Ready Player 2.
Has there been talks about it?
There was rumors.
Really? Yeah, Jamie. That's one of those. We get Shawshank by that movie all the time. If it's ever on, no matter where it's at in the movie, we can't turn it off.
I just like those types of movies where it incorporates a whole bunch of different
Yeah.
characters together.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because I was a fan of Kingdom Hearts when it came out.
I don't know what that is.
It was a Disney video game where it had a whole bunch of different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was a Disney video game.
So, back to this one then. Real quick synopsis. Ghostface doesn't have any special powers either. He's just guys in a mask that sneak up on you and kill you. He doesn't get resurrection. If he gets killed, it's just someone else takes the mask over. Shining Jack Torrance, he's just a man, but you said he's possessed, so he might have a little special powers there. That's another tough one. I mean, Ghostface, again, is one of those popularity-wise... but The Shining's one of those original horror movies that people talk about all the time. Here's Johnny, and red rum, red rum, red rum.
So this says Jack Torrance's character in The Shining is often interpreted as being connected to the supernatural, especially at the film's end where he appears in a 1921 photograph.
Right.
Suggesting he may be a reincarnation or absorbed by the hotel.
Spoiler
However-
alert. Jeez.
This movie's like 30-some years old.
Like 40 or 50 years old,
However,
actually.
the film leaves this ambiguous, allowing for various interpretations about his ghostly nature.
Interesting. And here's the
And
last...
the other movie is called Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep, yeah.
Is it like a remake, or is it what is it?
It's like a continuation because the main character, I think, is, if I remember right, it's Jack Torrance's son.
Oh, so the little boy from the original then?
Yeah. Well, is it the same?
I don't
I don't know
know.
if it's the same actor or not.
No, I don't mean the same, but I mean that's that character grown up, though. So the final one has one of my underdog favorites, but I really don't fucking think he's going to get out of the first round. Jaws versus Death. I really don't think Jaws has a chance if it's not in the ocean.
No.
And Death is one of the favorites
Well,
because...
even then, if it ends in the ocean, I'm still taking Death.
Right, because how do you beat Death? and then again, that's where, like I said, that's why when we originally were talking about this, we expanded it to kills and scary factor, and because if you just go by who would win in a fight, Death's undefeated. Death always wins. Even in the movies, they may escape it for a movie, but then they died later. It comes back around to get you.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at the new trailer. It shows an older woman talking about how she and her
Oh, really?
friends or whoever escaped death.
Oh.
And now,
Well, even all the other ones, Final Destination 2, the ones that escaped, or even when they escaped to Paris in the first one, the sign came down and killed them. Oh, it's coming back for me, and it ends with them,
Death escaped to Paris.
It was like, like Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. This was Death escape to Paris. Yep.
Fast and the Furious.
Final
Mission to
Destination.
Mars.
Paris. So
I did finally catch up and watched all of them.
all the Final Destinations,
No,
Fast and the Furious.
Oh,
You.
they got so ridiculous, didn't they? I mean, I still watch them, but
Well, like I sent that one meme to you. I don't know if it was the group chat where I said until Vin Diesel straps a race car body behind the reindeer and does a Christmas special, Fast and the Furious isn't complete yet.
Don't fucking put that into the because that would happen.
We need a Fast and the Furious Christmas special. Vin Diesel and his crew must save Christmas.
So, okay, back to the bracket.
Yeah, sorry.
That damn shark can escape death.
Can it though?
They made 3 movies.
It got blowed up in the first movie.
But also, there's a little bit of supernatural to him too. So yes, he died in the first movie. And I don't know how long it's been since you've watched them, and I haven't watched them in a while, but I know the story. Like Jaws 2 there was 2 of them, and this was like the husband or the wife. Jaws 3 is like the kids of the like the kids of the sharks came back and attacked the kids of the sheriff. So it's not the same shark, but it's still a little bit of a supernatural there where the shark keeps coming back. Where's the family coming from?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup because obviously death is death.
Right.
Everybody dies. Everything dies.
Right. But we're doing death from the Final Destination. It's not just death in general. So,
Death
again,
from Final Destination is death in general.
well, it's from the movies, though. So, just like it's not just, hey, great white sharks in general, it's Jaws. So, that's where, again, we had to put in, like, the relevancy of Jaws. I was born in 78. My cousin was born in 76. My other cousin was born in 77. We are all afraid to be in open bodies of water, even fresh water, even pools, because we're afraid of a fucking shark because of a movie we saw when we were kids.
That kind of goes back to the zombies, though. Then you have to specify because you're also saying zombies in general.
Well, zombies from movie. Yeah, I guess you're right. Now I'm backtracking. Fuck you,
Lawyer.
Donnie.
Donnie and his logic.
No, well, it's zombies from movies. Well, zombies in general is different than death in general.
Death in general is just death.
Right, that's just death. You got to give it like a character. So death from Final Destination. Zombies, there's like just like Dracula. There's a shit ton of Dracula. It's not just vampires. It's Dracula. There's many
Right,
iterations of them.
specified it.
Right.
So death from Final Destination would be what then? Like,
Just
say
death.
no, I know. So
Well, I mean, if we're doing the argument, yes, it's death. I guess in general, death. But if we're going to expand it to, like I said, the argument from the movie franchise, that's why it's death from Final Destination. You know, so how does the impact of Final Destination on you? You know, we're afraid to drive behind a truck with logs on it.
But
to this day.
Yep.
killing in any movie is death in any movie.
But that's why we.
Okay. So are we saying should we take death out and throw in?
No, I'm saying you specify zombies. Pick a movie.
Fine. You want to pick a movie for zombies? No problem. We'll do World War Z.
The scariest zombies out there.
Yeah.
Okay, World War Z zombies. Lawyered. There you go, Johnny.
You just proved my point.
Why?
Or not proved my point. You did what I wanted you to.
So,
Those are actually kind of good. Huh?
say he likes his tacos hot and wet.
Yes, I do.
So, how I know we said
Taco.
we were going to like discuss brackets, then put the bracket on Facebook, or for this first round, do we just want to put all the brackets up there, do our arguments next week, and then reveal the winner from Facebook? Like, here's who actually won. This is what our argument, and it's moot point because this person won from Facebook.
Well,
Because otherwise we won't be releasing the brackets next week at all because we didn't really argue all these. We just talked about them shortly. I mean, I guess we did talk about them shortly. We could put them up. You know, like I said, when I put the brackets out, it's going to be after episodes drop, so people hopefully listen before they vote to develop their own thought. But then again, like I said, these initial brackets, we didn't deep dive into them, so people don't have all the information. They're going to make their own votes on what they think themselves already anyways, you know?
right.
So, interesting.
I think if/when people vote, it's just going to be a favorite contest anyways.
I think so too. Not a lot of people are going to listen
That's usually
first to
how
our thoughts.
voting goes.
But that's why I think when I put the brackets out, I'm going to put a disclaimer, not a disclaimer, but like a short description. Hey, don't just pick your favorite. think about social relevancy, kill counts, and movie impact and scary factor, and also who would win in a fight.
And after I read that, I'm gonna say fuck that and pick Art the Clown.
Fuck off, Donnie. Go back to Minnesota.
I was working in Wisconsin.
Whatever.
I thought you were working in Minnesota.
No, staying in Minnesota, working in Wisconsin.
So I said, go back to Minnesota. They're right next to each other.
Yeah, I know, but why would you? Oh, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I get it. You didn't want to be a cheesehead while you were living up there. You were a Vikings fan.
I felt dirty being in that area.
You were living with the Vikings and working with the
Talk about
Packers.
my bad luck on my way back here.
It's like an 8-hour drive.
Did I not tell him?
What?
My transmission went out?
No. How would I know that?
Yeah. So
Oh, you said something on the group chat.
So I was an hour and a half. He doesn't read what I said. I was an hour.
I didn't see it.
I was an hour and a half away from being back here.
Yeah.
And my transmission started going out.
Oh,
I had to get towed back home.
that's expensive as
which
shit. An hour and a half.
$470.
Yep.
And I took it in to get looked at, and I needed a new transmission.
Oh.
We also needed a new battery.
Are you sure it was in the pod group chat, or was it
No,
in
it
your
was in
other
a-
friend group chat?
No, it was in a pod group chat.
I didn't see that. Anyways, so
He just sees my name and ignores it.
basically, so that is our brackets. Also, thinkers, if you've listened this far and you want to be a help, think of a bracket name. We're struggling for a name here.
Yeah, we really are.
Jesus.
What, you talking about my phone vibrating like crazy? Yeah, we need a name for this bracket, like March Madness, April Aggravations. What do we say? What were some of the things? April antagonists.
April antagonists, spring slashers, or what did you say, Donnie? Something. April slashers, May slashers.
May slashers.
No,
It was April something, not slashers, though.
yeah. So we're, I like the alliteration because March Madness. We did April aggravations last year. I don't know, spring screams. But yeah, we're trying to think of a name for it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If there, depending how Lupe edits it, there might be a little dead air while I was Facebook Live and just announcing names. But
Yeah, that's gonna be tough to edit.
Right.
But no, I think we'll be okay. Like, because we were talking while we were picking. So.
right. So yeah, it's gonna be. This is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun.
So on that note, it's only been about an hour.
Hour and a half.
Who wants to do predictions?
Bring out the card. The card's not even officially final, is it?
For the most part.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me start. So, I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. So
Okay.
Like,
Well, it doesn't matter because you don't know who's gonna.
matches to like championship.
Oh, okay.
Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. Which, by the way, I think it was on Raw that they wrestled. And I
That's
was laughing.
Chad Gable. No, it's not.
Yes. That had me laugh.
Yeah, that was funny.
So I'm gonna give my prediction. I predict interference from Chad Gable. Like I predict they're gonna have him out there wrestling. Everyone thinks he's Chad Gable, and then the big fucking switcheroo. It's gonna be someone else under the mask. Chad Gable comes out, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Just to try to fuck with people that think it is Chad Gable.
Yeah, but who has this?
I don't know. That's the
fucking
problem.
Physique
I don't know
of
if I can
Chad
get behind
Gable.
that.
That's the problem. I don't know if anyone is shaped like him, size
Yeah.
or anything. That's the only problem with my theory.
I'm going with Rey Mysterio for the win.
It depends
Okay,
if they're
so
gonna
then-
finally give Chad Gable a push or not.
They're not gonna. Well,
They won't do it as El Grande
Yeah.
Americano.
Okay.
and another thing is, he's not gonna get unmasked anytime soon. I give it maybe a month or two before he actually gets.
They're gonna draw it out.
Yeah, they're gonna draw it out.
What about
So-
interference from LWO or American Made?
I was thinking an interference from Ray Phoenix,
He's wrestling tonight.
and that's how he'll become like he'll have his WrestleMania
Moment.
moment.
You know, this is not sidetrack, but I didn't know this because I don't know as much as you guys do about other factions. But him and Penta were tag team partners?
They're brothers.
Brothers, that's what it is. They're
Yeah.
brothers.
But they
Okay.
were tag team partners in AEW.
Okay.
Well, wherever they wrestled, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is interesting.
I want to get the fucking mask, bro.
Cero miedo.
God, I'm so excited for next weekend.
Is he going to be there? Is he supposed to be there?
He's wrestling for Braun Breaker's belt.
Oh, is he really?
4-way.
Penta is?
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, so yeah.
All right.
So I don't really know who's going to win. I don't really have an answer. It's just if we're going to put it on the record, I'm going with Grande Americano.
I thought you said Rey Mysterio.
No, he said
No,
Rey
I said
Mysterio.
Rey
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Grande Americano too.
Give Lupe that pad of paper and we can keep track. Or if you want to just write it. I don't know why I said give it to Lupe.
Okay.
El Grande
Damn.
Americano.
Don Loop. So I say Grande. Donnie says
Ray.
Ray. Lupe says Grande or
Yeah.
Ray. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next match, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre.
Ooh.
So this is their what, third match now?
Have they fought yet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They fought I want to say they fought twice already. And I think
All I remember is them just going at it after someone's match.
I'm gonna say Damian Priest.
Yeah, that's who I'll go with, just because I have no clue.
And I'm saying that because they haven't they've been kind of quiet with both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Damian Priest, you haven't really seen much other than this situation, but it really hasn't been as exciting as I thought it would be. And Drew McIntyre, I don't know, it just kind of fell off with these two.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't really been as big as I thought they were going to be, especially Drew McIntyre coming from the fucking CM Punk match at Bad Blood.
Yep. I also am saying Damien, and my main reason is because I think they want to keep drawing out this Drew playing the victim as long as they can. And so him losing again to Damien somehow is going to just make him play that role forever.
Yeah.
And I don't really have another reason other than that. And I want to see Damien get another push. Because
So do I.
I
love
didn't like
Damian.
him as a champion at first. I'm like, whatever, why is he a champion? But then watching him more and more, I like Damien Priest.
El Campeón.
Mm-hmm.
Bisexual Undertaker.
Yep.
What did he say too? Timu Undertaker too? Did he say that too?
A lot of things.
Yeah.
Who do you got on that match?
I said
He said Damien. All three of us said
Okay.
Damien.
All right. So the next one, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. I'm saying Jade wins to get her get back.
I think they're trying to push Naomi again right now, but I'm going with Jade just because in a real world, again, I can't see Jade losing to fucking anyone with the way she's fucking built. But they're trying to push Naomi right now. I think it looks like it, but I'm going with Jade.
So, has she fought a match since she's been back? Jade?
No, I haven't watched all Mondays and Fridays, so I don't know. I just know she keeps interfering and doing shit here
I
and
don't
there.
remember.
So, when she had first came out, I mean, she's a beast. There's no doubt about it. She's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
But she needed work.
Right.
I think with this injury, and then I'm sure she was training before she came back.
Well, was she really injured? I thought it was just
No, it was an actual
I thought it was
injury.
just a story, and then that's what she was doing, training while she was
No,
injured.
it was an actual injury.
Well, I don't think it was an actual injury.
I don't
Oh,
think
no?
so either. I thought it was their
So
way
she
of
was just
sending her down to get more
Sending her
training.
down to get training.
I've heard mixed things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go Jade.
Another all of us.
That one too. I like it. That's kind of a toss up for me.
Yep. All three of us say Jade. Okay.
Next one would be AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
AJ Styles.
This one's tough for me because
This is legend
I can see
versus
AJ
rookie.
Styles winning, but I can see them wanting to give Logan Paul a WrestleMania win.
Doesn't he have one already though?
I don't know. Does he?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm not a fan of AJ Styles at all. Like, I don't like him, and I don't know if it's because I didn't watch while he was around at all. Like I said, I took all those years off of not watching.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his. And Logan Paul, I'm not a fan of his either. But I feel like they might want to finally give him a push. Like, the shit he can do is insane.
That's how.
And there's
yeah,
no
that's
belt
how
on the
it
line,
is.
so they don't got to worry about him winning and taking a
Right.
belt and not being there every week.
So okay.
I'm going with Logan Paul. Well, again, because I don't know a lot of the behind the scenes shit either. Is AJ known for putting people over or not? Like Bailey.
Yes.
Bailey fights all the new people and pushes the girls over.
So
will AJ Styles do that, or will he be like, "Fuck you guys, I want my moment"?
He's one of those.
He will
He's
put
one
them
of
over.
the veterans that would put
Yep.
younger people over.
So I see, and this is where it's difficult for me because I listen to these fucking podcasts.
Yeah.
Fucking Monster and Chris Van Vliet, and I listened to AJ's fucking episode on Chris Van Vliet, and he interviewed AJ,
Yeah.
and he
Which
said,
he is retiring within the next few years.
yeah,
Okay.
and he said himself, he's like, yes, he's like, I'm the type of person that I will put anybody over. Like, I have
Oh,
no
okay.
problem with that. He also has a contest with how high somebody can get fucking doing a body splash.
Really?
And so far, I can't remember who he said has the record.
What do you mean body splash?
Like, they throw him up in the air.
Oh, throwing him?
Yeah, and fucking landing flat.
I'm going AJ Styles.
I'm gonna go with AJ Styles.
I'm going Logan Paul as my final answer. So you both are AJ. Okay.
right. So the next one was determined on SmackDown tonight. It's that women's gauntlet match. Women's tag championship match. So it's Liv Morgan and Raquel. They're the champions.
Uh-huh.
And the team that won the gauntlet match tonight is Lyra Valkyria
And Bailey.
and Bailey.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Interesting.
I'm going to say, I mean, we all know I'm a Bailey fan. But I'm going to say Liv and Raquel win just because Lyra has a belt and they're not going to put two belts on.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, and she's still so new, I think.
And I also think they're going to turn towards Bailey going for her belt again.
Oh, like they might. Yeah. So you're going Liv and Raquel?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Liv and Raquel retain.
Only because I don't know shit about this match.
Now,
To me, Bailey.
now I want to say Bailey and Valkyria, only for the mere fact that I have a feeling that something's gonna happen with the Judgment Day, but that's just me.
Well, they've been hinting
It's
at it
been
for a
hinting.
while with.
And I also think that maybe the demon might come back.
Well, they've been saying that for every single premium live event. He hasn't come back yet.
People think that because in every
Every little
segment they've done, his logo has been in the back.
in the background.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So again, so here's the problem with the Monday Night Raws being in the middle of the day the last few weeks. I watched the first one, haven't seen it since. Me and Jamie watched this past Monday. It's my first time seeing it in a while. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a Friday Night SmackDown, so I don't know any of the Friday night stories at all. So
Yeah, my version of watching SmackDown now is listening to Salamonster because
Yeah.
I can't catch it.
So I'm also saying Liv and Raquel just because I don't feel Bailey and Lyra will take the titles away from them. Stranger things have happened, but not at WrestleMania, I don't think. Not yet for Lyra yet. And then with her having another belt already, yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, another championship match. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
I'm
I
going
think-
Jacob Fatu.
I'm thinking they're going to put the belt on Jacob.
Yep, because I think they want to push Jacob.
They've been pushing him hard lately.
Yep. And you know what? He's a fan favorite. He has been a fan favorite. Granted,
But I've also seen some people say like that LA Knight's going to win because there's going to be interference from Solo.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think
leading to a Solo Jacob match. at
I
the
heard
end.
that too.
I was literally just going to say, I think LA Knight's going to win because something's going to happen between Jacob and Solo. Like Solo's going to come out to help Jacob, but not, and it's going to lead to the bloodline falling apart, or the secondary, whatever they're fucking called now. And then are they going to take the belt away from LA Knight again already after he lost it to Shinsuke right away?
This is true too. I never thought of that. Maybe this will be when Tama Tonga comes back and puts in an interference, and that starts a feud.
This is all night one we're talking about so far, right? Still.
I'm just going through.
Oh, okay, because I didn't know. Either way,
Which, by the way, pre-show and the regular show, They're saying it's 9 hours each night.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Pre-show is just them talking, though. It's not matches yet.
Right.
As much as I just said about the LA Knight thing, I'm going to go Jacob anyways, I think. I'm going to go Jacob anyways. Just something about me saying Jacob. I don't know. Okay.
All right. Let me see here. What did I not say yet?
Those are low key kind of good.
I got to try them.
I had to switch to a different website because this is more updated.
Oh.
So a fatal four-way for the
Ooh,
Intercontinental
I can't wait for this
Championship match.
I cannot wait for this one.
Braun Breaker
Uh-huh.
versus Penta
Uh-huh.
versus Dominic Mysterio
Uh-huh.
versus Finn Balor.
Ooh, jeez. Fuck. Okay, my initial thoughts, again, because I haven't seen any of the lead up to this, holy fuck, is Braun, because he's a fucking, like, the fans love him. They chant him. He's fucking indestructible.
His spear to Carlito.
Yes.
That was awesome.
But at the same time, I've noticed the WWE has a history of someone so fucking high, they take the belt away to try to give someone else a push because Braun can survive without having the belt.
Well, not only that, but I agree with other people thinking that they're going to push Braun to a higher belt,
Right, and
which would put him against Gunther, I think.
so Braun, Penta,
Or, well, it would put him against...
Finn, and Dominic. Oh, that's going to break the fucking... Yeah, Judgment Day up right there, too, if they're in the same fucking match. So Finn and Dom are going to take each other out. I don't see Penta. I'm going with Braun just because I'm going with Braun.
For me, it's between Penta and Finn. I think it's between Penta and Finn because I want Penta to win.
I can't see them giving him a belt already, though.
I'm going to go Finn.
You're going to go Finn?
What are you going, Lupe?
Dominic Mysterio.
Shut up, for real?
Yep.
Wow. For all the heel work he's done, he deserves something.
Yeah, I think they're going to want to start trying to push him a little bit more because I think he has WWE Championship. He's worthy of it.
Well, me and Jamie have talked. As much as we love the Boom and hate him, he's fucking talented in that ring. The way he takes bumps is insane. Just like Lord Farquhar. The way he takes bumps, fucking insane.
Lord Farquaad, who the fuck?
JD McDonald.
JD McDonald.
I think Dominic Mysterio.
So all three of us pick someone different. Watch, it's the one we didn't pick. Penta wins it.
All right. So supposedly this is a match for the World Tag Team Championships. War Raiders versus the New Day.
They made it to the WrestleMania, huh?
I think New Day's getting the belts back.
I just don't. That belt literally means nothing to me anymore because New Day is old and falling apart, and their new gimmick I don't like.
I don't like that.
War Raiders are boring to me too.
I like them as heels.
War Raiders are boring to me.
They haven't done shit.
They need.
They're trying too hard.
They need the Usos back together, and they won't. I need a tag team match I can get behind. I don't like any of them. I don't like DIY. I don't like all those other ones. There's no tag teams I can get behind anymore. I'm going with New Day just because.
I'm gonna say War Raiders are gonna retain, but I have a feeling that New Day will take it.
What about now? Here's a question that this was rumored at the last Premium Live event and it never happened, or when they were having their New Day.
That Matt and Jeff Hardy are gonna come out.
What about Big E coming out and getting involved again, or is he literally not allowed to wrestle anymore at all?
He has allegedly he still hasn't been cleared, but
I've thought he's been cleared. They're just waiting for the right time.
maybe
WrestleMania would be a good time.
WrestleMania's a great
But
time.
I'm not sure if he is cleared or not.
You're saying New Day though?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm saying War Raiders retain, but maybe.
Yeah, I read War Raiders for you.
Big E comes out and says, "Oh no, this is gonna be a tornado tag," and introduce the Hardys as another fucking.
Because the Hardys have been rumored for months now to be making an appearance, and they haven't.
They're in TNA.
Yeah, they're TNA tag champs.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
TNA is another wrestling.
But will they mix with us like AEW does, right?
Yeah, I mean that's why Joe Hendry was
Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry
they
came
were with
over.
TNA.
Yeah.
Oh, TNA. That's not AEW then.
No.
Okay, so TNA. Okay, so then the Hardys could come over then.
It's not probably not.
I mean, it's probably not.
Because
But
most of the
I mean,
TNA WWE mix has been NXT.
Right.
or all of it, I should say. The only one that,
Other than like Royal Rumble.
other than Jordan Grace, the only other one I can think of that's been on like
Well, Joe Henry
a
wasn't.
bigger show was Joe Hendry.
Yeah, Joe Henry and Jordan Grace, the only two I know about. I mean, again. Okay, next.
So Kevin Owens got injured.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's real.
unfortunately.
He had surgery.
Yeah, he said he's out for maybe 2 to 3 years, I heard.
Whoa.
That's what I saw, yeah. Or 4 to 5 years even. Like, I heard he's out for a while, if he can even come back at all, ever.
Well, they're not sure if he'll be back this year at all, and they're not sure if he'll even make Mania next year.
Whoa.
Right.
But
That's
so
huge. That sucks.
So, Randy Orton.
it seems
Randy Orton against Nick Aldis.
that seems what they're going for.
Yep.
Really?
Because
Nick Aldis used to be a wrestler.
Yeah, I know, but still.
so for you guys in SmackDown spoilers tonight, they had their segment.
Did it play already? It's only 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had a segment, okay.
So part of the segment, they were going back and forth. Randy Orton says, maybe you lose the suit for a night and you gear up too. Nick said, I need your respect. And Orton goes, if you don't give me my match, I won't apologize to Mickie James for what I'm going to do. That's his wife.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So Nick
it's-
Aldis versus RKO.
Yeah.
which I mean,
Although on X, Sheamus said, I'm available. Sorry,
I would
Twitter.
have Randy Orton winning that.
Yeah, I see Randy Orton.
Yeah, I can't see him losing. It's not, like,
Although,
it's not like he needs to get Nick Aldis over for anyone.
although there could be an interference with somebody. I don't know who, but there could be an interference with somebody.
So some people thought maybe Aleister Black.
That's what I was going to say, too. Aleister Black. But that would be weird that they would debut him at WrestleMania.
Well, why not? This is where Stone Cold comes back, says, Nick, I got your back.
He'll be in Vegas.
Oh, I know. I know.
We'll get to that.
All right.
Pass me that bag.
Do-do-do, do-do-do,
And then mute.
do-do-do, do-do.
Jey Uso versus Gunther.
I'll let him finish chewing.
You can hear me?
Yeah, a little bit, actually. Probably picking from my mic.
Yeah, because you muted me already.
Yeah. I'm going to go Jey Uso. Just for the mere fact of what happened with Gunther and Jimmy. And how he smeared his blood. And then that fucking super serious segment that he was saying, I'm going to pray for you for what I'm about to do to you. Or something like that. Whatever the fuck he said. That was fucking epic. Because how many times do we see a serious Jey Uso? He's always coming out yeeting and everything like that. Yeah, he was telling the fans like, no, this isn't a yeeting moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, I'm gonna go Jey Uso, and I'm sure they want to push him too.
I'm going Jey Uso basically for the same reason, and I'm kind of meh about it. This is one of the matches that I'm just, it could be good.
Well, I think this is why they're not going to be main event. It's not a main event match.
Okay, I'll stop you.
It's Gunther versus mid-card Jey Uso.
I'm going with Jey Uso just because he's one of my favorite guys and I want to see him win everything. And I'm tired of Gunther owning his belts forever and no one beating him ever. So I'm going with Jey Uso.
Well, he had the Intercontinental belt for what, 667 days or something like that? Gunther. The Intercontinental. And then this belt he's only had for what, a few months?
He's had it for a while now.
At least since last WrestleMania.
Also a year. Okay.
I believe so.
Has it been that long for real?
I think Jay's going to take the belt. And he deserves it.
You deserve it.
So this match, I think Danny might be kind of interested in more because of how they went off script the other night.
Oh, yeah. That was awesome, by the way. And did you see the actual script?
No.
What they were supposed to say?
Really? You actually seen it?
Yeah.
How?
Well, people just
Somebody-
tweeted it out.
Yeah.
But how did I get a hold of it?
I don't know. It could have been fake. Who knows?
Could have been. Yeah.
But also, they had a segment tonight too.
Did they?
Oh, God. Was it his...
Charlotte beat the shit out of her at her car in the parking lot.
Oh, that was the segment?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys, with the shit you know behind the scenes, people you follow and listen to, when shit like that happens and there might be like actual bad blood outside of the mats, and you sent a receipt because you hit them too hard. Like, what really happens? Are they professional enough, or they just fucking work together to do the match, or do we got to watch about maybe real punches being thrown? Like, how does that work?
So recently, I just seen
Those are really good.
fucking the hell's his name? The Scottish fucking warrior.
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. He was talking about fighting CM Punk.
Uh-huh.
And he said, we actually really don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but we are professional enough to work with each other.
Okay. Because, I mean, yeah, going off script like that was like a deep cut. That wasn't just like, ha ha, ha, you're a whore. It was your husband, your divorces, and you're in my DMs.
Well, I kind of like, so I was watching highlights because you had asked me if I was watching.
Right.
I said, no, I forget what I was doing.
You were playing Call of Duty, you said.
He was cranking one out.
Probably was playing Call.
No, you did. You said you were playing Call of Duty.
I'm gonna edit that, and he's not gonna say Call of Duty. He's gonna say it probably was.
Wink, yeah.
So when I watched the highlights, I didn't even recognize what she said, and then I had watched it again for some reason, and I realized what she said. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, yeah.
And it hits harder because Charlotte was literally just on a podcast, just like talking about it and saying how she feels like she's such a failure because of this,
Because of her divorces.
Yeah.
Damn. And then the fact that she had to bring Ludwig
Yeah.
Kaiser role.
Kaiser's in my DMs, like, because that's not common knowledge that they're dating. That's just behind the scenes shit.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it depends, but most people know that Tiffany and Kaiser are dating.
Only if they follow her TikTok and social media, but it's not like they walk to the ring together and make out and shit.
I think they've talked about it on TV.
Oh, have they? I didn't know.
I can't remember, but
So who's going to win that match? I'm going Tiffany.
I'm gonna say Tiffy time.
this is tough for me because it's Charlotte, and I know they want to give her
Of course they do. They always
whatever
want to
number belt it is for her.
13 or 14.
But also, I think this could be a passing of the torch type of moment.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I'm saying Tiffy.
I just know the fans love Tiffany so much.
They do.
And Jamie hates her. I like her a lot. But I just like Tiffany. I think she's talented and she's good. I don't like the and like her talking I can deal without, but her skills in the ring I think are pretty good.
I'm going to say Tiffany.
All three of us say the same then.
I really hope it's Tiffany.
Oh, shit, I lost the card.
Oh my god, this fucking guy.
All right. So, next we'll go with Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair.
So
This is a
this
tough one.
match bothers the shit out of me because I, first of all, don't think Rhea should ever lost the belt in the first place. Second of all, I don't like the way.
Sorry.
Wrong one. I don't like the way they're doing this whole. Rhea forced her way in, and I don't like the way they're playing the everyone disrespecting Io and keeping her pushing her aside because it's making her look weak. And I know that's part of the storyline, but Io's not weak. She's won her belt. She deserves her belt. She's talented, but I don't like this.
Well, it's not like she hasn't gotten her lick back each time.
No, but I'm saying it really bothers the shit out of me. Every time I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, Io's going to come back. Before they even did it the first time, I'm like, Io's going to hit these. And it's just fucking annoying. Either don't give Io the belt in the first place and have Bianca and Rhea meet because they have to, or keep Rhea out of it. Or, I mean, I know you don't want to keep Rhea out of WrestleMania, obviously. She's your probably most popular women's star, but I don't
the pop she gets every time she
don't
comes out.
like the way they set this match up
Screaming
at
like
all.
a schoolgirl.
And I and here's the problem. I can make a case for all three. Rhea, super popular, deserves a belt. Bianca, also super popular, super talented, deserves a belt. Io, hey, they're making it look like she's getting disrespected, so the underdog's going to win because they love doing that. So I don't know.
So have you noticed that Bianca's been getting booed
Has she?
big time?
Really?
So I think Bianca's going to lose.
They're going to do a heel turn for her?
And they're going to do a heel turn on her.
I can't remember if she's ever been heel yet.
I don't think so.
But also, wait a minute. She's also undefeated at WrestleMania.
She is.
So
Oh, shit.
there's rumors of her keeping her streak alive, like the Undertaker did.
Yeah,
That's the one thing I'm like, ooh, she's undefeated because they keep promoting it. Will Bianca keep her undefeated streak at WrestleMania going? Because she's what 4, 5-0, 3-0, 6-0. How many has she done? Either way,
I
she's
think 4 or
undefeated.
5.
She's undefeated at WrestleMania. That's all I know.
Tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to say Rhea, but
For me, I'm between Io and Rhea.
Mike.
Oh, sorry. For me, I'm between Io and Rhea.
But final answer: what are we putting on paper?
Rhea.
I'm 33% for each of them because I have a reason for each one of them.
Seriously.
Io because
I mean-
because they're doing the underdog thing and she's gonna win, haha. Bianca because she's undefeated. Do they want to keep that streak going or are they gonna let Undertaker have the only one to ever do that? And Rhea because she's fucking bloody Rhea Ripley.
I think I'm gonna have to say Rhea.
I'm going with Bianca. And then I think my reasoning is just for the storyline afterward. If they're going to treat Io this way, they can push her to the side. Maybe Dakota Kai comes back or someone else from Damage Control, and she goes back to the tag team thing. And then this sets up a Bianca and Rhea beef for a while. And then Jade comes back into it, and they can put another big muscular person in there. I'm going Bianca. Just I don't know. I don't know why.
All right. 2 matches left, I believe.
Really, that's it? Wow.
Seth, Punk, and Roman.
I like
think
how we were
Punk
all
gets the
silent.
So
You said Punk?
yeah, that's your my heart says Seth. He's my favorite of all of them. But giving Punk his WrestleMania moment, are they going to go 100% balls deep in this and you're getting your win also, not just your moment? Roman, and Seth, I feel like they're done with him. Like they're not done with him, but they're not pushing him like they used to because he had his run. I want to say Seth, but I don't know. Lupe, what's your answer?
So, I think this is long-term storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
And Punk was the one who brought the Shield in
Yep.
to protect him.
Really? Is that how it happened?
So-
I never knew where the shield came from.
I think Seth and Roman are going to team up, beat the shit out of Punk, and then beat the shit out of each other, and I think Seth's going to take it.
What about
He just signed a contract with AEW.
Ambrose did?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he extended his contract, 5 years or something like that?
And what about anything with Paul Heyman being in Punk's corner? Does he go to Roman instead? Does he do this? Does he do that? Seth says, now you owe me. Does he do something for Seth? Is there anyone else that we're thinking that could interfere in this match for any reason? I mean, there's no bloodline interference, I don't think, right? They're not going after Roman anymore? Rock come in for this one at all?
I don't
No,
think
if
so.
Rock does anything, it'll be
Cody
the
one.
next match that we.
Yeah.
Just because I don't have a good guess, I'm just gonna go with my heart and say Seth, because he's my favorite wrestler of anyone right now. That's if I had to pick one wrestler to watch right now, it would be Seth.
For me, yeah, I'm going to go with that underdog status because he's the underdog in this match, in my opinion.
And Punk, I'm not a big fan of Punk. I don't know what it is.
I love Punk. I hated Punk. Hated Punk.
I mean,
But ever
I
since
like
he's been
him.
back, I like him.
Like, I have no problem with him or anything. Just, again, I've never seen Punk. When I watched CM Punk was way back in the beginning when he was like the 1-2-3 kid. He was a scrawny little guy that wrestled and had X's on his hands.
X-Pac.
Huh?
X-Pac was the 1, 2, 3.
Exactly. So CM Punk, I'm saying he was a scrawny little tiny guy that, to me, was like a
With
mid-card.
long hair.
Yeah, he was a mid-card guy. He wasn't over yet. He wasn't, it was just, to me, in my mind, I picture CM Punk as the 1-2-3, like a scrawny little guy that just fought with the bigger guys here and there. And then I missed the whole pipe bomb thing, all that shit that never happened. I was away from wrestling forever. So,
Yeah.
Such a good moment.
I mean, I've watched the video of the pipe bomb, but I just, So I'm going with Seth. Anyways, final story. final answer. Cody Rhodes
Final match.
versus
John Cena,
John Cena.
versus Cody Rhodes.
John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Is Cena winning the all-time number of championships or not? Long-time storytelling.
There's going to be outside interference.
Oh, yeah. Every frickin' main event at WrestleMania the last few years has outside interference.
The Rock is going to come out and try to interfere.
Is Stone Cold coming back?
But that's when you hear the glass shatter and Stone Cold's going to come down and stun The Rock.
I said the same thing last year, but the pop from if that glass shatters, that roof's going to fucking... Donnie, you need to have your phone ready because that roof's going to fucking blow off that fucking building.
You better go live and record the whole fucking match.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my opinion. As far as winning, I think John Cena's going to win. I think he's going to take his, 17?
And you
He's
say
gonna get
Rock and Stone Cold make an appearance?
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to get his number 17. But I think as soon as he gets his 17, I don't give it that much longer until he turns babyface again and turns on The Rock.
And that sets up the match for...
And then that sets up a match for
Next PLE.
for SummerSlam. I'm going a little further to SummerSlam. I wouldn't even know who he would go against.
The Rock.
No. It could be a match, but it won't be a title match.
Randy Orton.
I was thinking Randy Orton or CM Punk.
So what's your guess, Donald?
This is one that it could go either way.
Right.
It really could.
Right. I see stories in both directions.
I think, fuck. I want to say Cena, but right now Cody is their Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if they would take the belt off of him.
He's going to get his 17, though. There's no way he's not going to break that record.
Because who has the record? Flair?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Go with Cena.
Cena. And then special bonus points, interference from anyone?
Yeah, I'll go with Rock Austin also. Not necessarily during the match. Could be after.
I'm going with Cody. And I don't know. I'm getting tired of Cody too, though. And I don't know if anyone else is getting Cody fatigue, like other fans, but they still cheer for him loud as fuck. But I'm going with Cody, and I'm going with Rock will be there somehow, some way, whether he's just talking or interfering in the match or something.
I don't see him not be.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he's already said he will be, so obviously Rock. And I don't know. Every time I think Stone Cold, he never shows up. What about Undertaker coming back again for something else, you know? Does he
That
have
would
beef
be
with Cena or no?
No. That would be a last-minute decision if Taker came.
Well, I mean, that's the only reason it happened last
Yeah.
year. Because they couldn't get a deal done with Austin. But Austin lives in
Vegas?
Nevada.
I'm going Rock and Mankind. The Rock and Sock connection coming back.
But, okay, so now that I'm thinking about it, I completely forgot about this guy, Travis Scott.
I don't give
He
a fuck.
has been training.
I don't give a fuck about him.
He has been training.
I just know WrestleMania, there's always some random person like, oh my God, I didn't even think about him. You know what I mean? Like, and then with it being the Hall of Fame, they're all there, so you can't say he'll be there because they're all going to be there for the Hall of Fame induction, you know?
Speaking of which, is the Hall of Fame set in stone now? They're not adding anybody more? Because I heard rumors of them adding Ken Shamrock.
No, they're not adding anyone. It's
Okay.
too close to.
So they're not even adding a celebrity this year. Wow.
So the only 2 women or 3 women's matches, I was thinking also, what about the rumors of, or not rumors, but we talked about it a while ago, is Becky Lynch ever coming back? Is there any match that she would, anyone that she's got beef with that she would interfere with?
So what I've heard, and I don't know how true it is, she's pregnant again.
Oh, okay.
So she won't be back for a while.
And what about you, Donnie?
You haven't seen that? Okay.
Do you think
Then
she-
it was probably just some satire fucking website,
don't know.
like The Onion or something.
Yeah,
Or-
if she
or
was
what
pregnant,
happened-
That would be all over, I would think.
Who?
That she
I
was
said
pregnant.
If she was pregnant, that
yeah.
would be all
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not lying.
I don't know.
Because it's funny, when they went to Netflix, she was all over the promos. Like
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, she's coming back soon. Like, I thought she was making her debut when they made the debut on Netflix, and she hasn't come
I
back.
don't know
So-
if she would necessarily come back for Mania.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I could see her coming back on Raw after.
The Raw after Mania.
And another question, because I don't see Fries, and I think that's when they are now. What's happened with the Wyatt Six? Have they disappeared? And Alexa Bliss, what happened to her?
Supposedly, Bo had gotten injured.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what about Alexa Bliss? Is she still... Who's she
She
beefing with?
wrestled in Elimination Chamber. She doesn't have a storyline right now.
No, but I know they do want to put her with the Wyatt Six.
They were doing the glitches for
Yeah.
during her matches.
So is there any reason for her to interfere with Tiffany and Charlotte or Rhea and Bianca and any of them? No.
So, I mean, actually, now that you brought that up, that's actually could be a possibility that she interferes with Liv and
Raquel.
Raquel.
But she's got beef with them.
Uh huh.
But she doesn't have a tag partner, though.
Yeah, she does.
Who? Nikki
Nikki.
Cross?
Yep.
Oh.
And that'll be her way of being with the Wyatt Six.
Until they get healthy and yeah.
So for the Hall of Fame, the inductees for this year is Triple H,
Yep.
Michelle McCool,
Okay.
Lex Luger, which is
That's huge.
due,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
the Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Typhoon.
Aren't both of them dead?
No,
No.
I don't think
Okay.
so. And then they have Legacy inductees, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Kamala,
Uh-huh.
Dory Funk Sr., and Ivan Koloff. And then new this year, they're inducting a
Matches.
WrestleMania, or not a WrestleMania, a match.
Yeah.
So their immortal moment is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart. I think it was a submission match.
One of the best matches ever.
WrestleMania
Fucking
13.
blood just covering
Was
Austin's
it a
face.
submission match?
I don't think it was a submission match. I think it was just some regular match, but man, the blood on fucking Austin's face was iconic.
Yeah, I remember that match. I remember the pictures of him. I don't remember the actual match. So, yeah, I'm
I
going
thought about buying tickets to it, but I was like, eh,
the Hall of Fame thing.
yeah.
Well, you're going to SmackDown.
Raw.
Oh, okay, you're going to Raw.
Raw on Monday. So both nights WrestleMania, then Raw on Monday. You're not going to SmackDown Friday at all?
Sheesh, you're going to be all fucking wrestled out.
That's the plan.
See if you can get fucking autograph from Green Shirt Guy. And ask him
I'm
how.
so excited where my seats are for Raw.
You don't have the same seat for the whole... Like, is your seat different from night one and night two?
No.
Oh, okay. But it's different for Raw.
Well, yeah, because I had to buy a
Yeah.
different ticket.
Yeah.
Because for nights 1 and 2, I'm in the bowl on Raw. For Raw, I'm on the floor.
Are you?
Nice.
I'm in the back row
I'm going to look for Donnie.
Which back row? Like, close to where me and Jamie were for Raw?
at the stage
The stage.
Oh,
where
okay.
they come out.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So, like, yeah, where me and Jamie were.
Yeah.
With Easton and Rylan. Right there.
Like I'm on the
You're on the rail?
I'm on the rail.
Right, right.
Oh, man, we're going to see Don on TV.
For someone who hates being on camera.
Yeah,
he's
seriously.
Being on camera a whole lot.
That's why I'm hoping the Raw after Mania is because I'll admit that in recent years the Raw after Mania hasn't been as
It's
good
been
as
kinda
it
quiet,
usually
yeah.
is.
Well, because they've pumped WrestleMania up so huge.
Well, not only that, not only that it's so huge, but, you know, you don't also want to keep fucking killing your wrestlers that just wrestled
Right.
2 nights. So it's going to be like an NXT event. I mean, but with bigger names.
Here, I'm going to add to my prediction. Cody versus Cena. Rock and Stone Cold might come out. Dustin comes out and helps Cody.
He's under AEW contract.
But yeah, I leave Wednesday morning. Excited to go. Friday, I meet Bailey. Sunday, I meet Trish Stratus. Contemplating on pulling the trigger for a Rhea meet.
Rhea meat. I love some Rhea meat.
Alrighty.
So, like, people are selling. What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
People are selling like the meet and greet tickets at WWE World on StubHub,
Yeah.
and the cheapest ticket I saw for her photo op is $800,
Holy fuck.
which they're selling hers for more than Austin or Undertaker.
Combined.
Well, you got those pervert guys who just want to get
sorry.
closer and touch her. That's why.
Right. But I went on. There's another app people use for tickets called, I think it's called TickPick or something.
Yeah.
Someone's trying to sell a ticket for a photo op for her for $2,000.
I'm sure they'll probably sell it.
Nah.
That is insane.
That's what's crazy. Like, people just buy tickets just to try to make money off of it.
Uh-huh. Wow.
But yeah, it should be a fun time.
Should
Let's see what I can find to do. There's also what's it called? Superstar Row, they call it, which I think it's like first come first serve, like a free meet and greet type of thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So one of the days I'm gonna try and go because Meechin's gonna be there,
Nice.
Flatback?
the ICP fan.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's right.
she's married.
That was fucking wild when she was fucking doing that song. I'm like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Donnie, all I do know is if somehow, some way you are anywhere near Bianca, you got to get a picture for Rylan.
That sold out almost.
Oh, I know, but I mean,
But I probably wouldn't have done it anyways because I would have had to buy a separate.
right, you told me a
event.
different night, yeah.
Because in my like gold package thing, the WWE World I get is only Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Did you end up selling your Raw ticket?
No, he just said he's going to Raw.
No, you had 2 tickets for...
For WWE World?
Oh, yeah.
Not yet. I'm trying to.
$2,000.
The $800 Rhea ticket's gone. The only one left is $1,200.
Sheesh. So
I'm
I give
sorry.
you
I would never spend that much just to meet someone. Sorry.
I give you $50 for that Wrestle World ticket, whatever the fuck it's called.
Why?
Because I still have to fly out there and get a room. And you know, everything is booked right now, so I probably have to be an hour away.
How much is the ticket worth, though? Like, what'd you pay for it?
Like 80.
Oh, I'll give you 50. Or you could just give it to me. I mean, I'm your best friend. Maybe.
Let's see. Nikki Bella's $82.
Eh.
All right, well, let's... If we can do
Yeah,
this.
we can wrap this up.
With that being said,
Yeah. So, thinkers out there, if you've listened this far, I know some people don't do the whole wrestling thing.
well, I'm sure after we do those picks, you can edit a lot of that shit out.
Yeah. But anyway, I know a lot of people don't do the whole wrestling thing. So if you've made it this far, thank you. It really means a lot to us. Rate us on Spotify and everything like that. 5 stars. We love our 5 stars. You can comment on Spotify now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
iTunes give us a 5-star rating.
Yep. YouTube, you can comment on YouTube. I know you can listen on YouTube and everything like that, but you can find us on all your major podcast platforms.
Yes, sir.
On Instagram at impulsivethoughts_pod.
Facebook, Impulsive Thoughts. TikTok, nothing's on there. YouTube, sorry, I'm yawning. It's getting late. Just look for us.
Yeah, look for us.
Instagram and
I mean-
Facebook are the main ones, but listening wise, iTunes, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, you can listen /watch. There's nothing there, but you can listen through. Just show us some love, people.
And yeah, seriously, interact with us on Facebook too, especially with this bracket, because this is like an exciting episode for us, and this is going to go on for a few weeks, I think.
Yep.
So, but yeah, with that being said, I'm Lupe, joined here with my co-host. Unfortunately, we don't have Marisol right now. We're going to work with that for now. But I'm here with Mr. Donnie Rowe to my right.
Sayonara.
And Mr. Dano to my left.
Good day, mate.
And we are Impulsive Thoughts. And always remember, guys, don't believe everything you think. And we out this bitch. And I don't have the fucking soundboard.
Oh my gosh, this guy.
Slacker.
Fucking hired him.
What'd you say?
So who hired this guy?
Where's it at?
Illusions deceive, reality misconceive. Don't believe everything you think.